What's up, guys? Today we're going to take a look at two knives, the Olitan Mini Mastiff and the Olitan Mini Ti-Mastiff. I think you can figure out why it's the Ti-Mastiff. These are two really nice knives that I'm really thrilled about. These are fifth pocket knives, going to drop right into that small, tiny pocket. You guys, if you've been watching my channel, you know I love tiny knives. And these, I'm right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, these are going to be in my top 5. Guaranteed. I think you'll love these knives. They deploy the same. They have for the most part, the same dimensions. We'll talk a little bit about some differences here, but overall, excellent knives. Let's get into these. At a quick glance, these knives look like they're the exact same. They have the same blade shape, the same footprint, the same overall proportions. It's not until you handle them back to back that you realize the Ti version has slightly thicker blade stock, and because of that, it's just a hair thicker through the handle. It's not bigger, it's not longer, it's just a little more substantial. And that difference isn't random. We'll get into why that is in just a minute. Both of these knives just nail the ergonomics. They are a great fit in hand. There's no sharp edges. They are just comfortable in any grip that I use. Really great in hand. The Mini Mastiff with the G10 scales is going to be under the code G057. You can look that up as well. It feels light and planned. It has the workhorse feel. Easy to carry, easy to use. The T074 with titanium feels a little bit denser. It's more solid, has slightly more presence in hand. But here's the key. The design itself is excellent. Both versions feel right because the platform is right. These are definitely small knives, and I genuinely mean that. These are going to be knives that you can slide into your fifth pocket. They don't weigh your pockets down. They're going to be able to slide right in. They're comfortable. They're lightweight. Excellent for that fifth pocket, that coin pocket that I love to carry extra knives in, whether it's as a secondary or even sometimes as a primary knife, depending on the situation. With the G057, you get that lightweight, almost forget it's there feel. With the Ti version, you get a little more density, but still absolutely fifth pocket friendly. And honestly, this is where these shine. They're not trying to be hard-use pry bars. They're compact, capable, everyday cutters that are easy to carry all day. Now let's talk about action, because that is where these knives really shine. They have the thumb studs, which, yep, work great. But I also, and if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know I've got these meat hands. I call them meat hooks. They really are not very friendly sometimes with reverse flick knives. With this knife, absolutely no problem. I can reverse flick this all day. I don't ever seem to miss a deployment. The D10 is just dialed in perfect. You can get the, kind of that energy behind the thumb stud like you need to. Some knives aren't great with this. This is one that I have no problem with. There's enough access to the blade. The D10 is tuned right, and once you get behind it, it snaps open with authority. That's a big deal for me, because if I can reverse flick it cleanly, most people are going to have zero issues with it. It also has the front flipper, which is clean, fast, reliable. You can slow roll it or send it. It's one of those setups that just feels natural. No mushiness, no awkward hesitation, just quality mechanical feel. And the fact that both versions feel this consistent tells you this isn't an accident. It's good design and good tuning. Lockup is solid on both. No blade play, good centering, clean grinds. This doesn't feel like a budget compromise knife in the G057 version, and the Ti version doesn't feel like it's trying too hard to justify its price either. They both feel purpose-built. Now let's get into the real dividing line between these two, the steel. The standard Mini Mastiff runs 14C28N. Great all-around stainless steel, easy to sharpen, solid corrosion resistance, good edge retention for everyday tasks. It's a practical steel. It's a user steel. If you sharpen your own knives and actually use them, 14C28N makes a lot of sense. This is actually one of my favorite steels in fifth pocket knives. The Ti version upgrades to M390, and that's premium territory. Better wear resistance, longer edge retention, excellent corrosion resistance. This is the kind of steel you choose if you want performance to stretch as long as possible between sharpenings. For my purposes, typically I actually prefer the 14C28N steel to the M390 steel because of what I'm using it for. If you're cutting lots of boxes and you're literally going through that stuff all day, well then yeah, the M390 might be a better option for you because you're not going to have to sharpen it nearly as often. But for me, I'm not cutting boxes. I'm using it for other things all the time. I might be opening packages, but I might be also using it to cut up my lunch. I might be using it to cut rope or to do a number of daily tasks. And so for me, I actually tend to prefer the 14C28N steel because it's easy. If I need to touch it up, it's not a big deal. But so often, because of the quality of that steel and how sharp you can get it, I don't find that I really have to touch it up any more than I do with M390. The Ti version does have a slightly thicker blade stock, and because of that, the handle scales are just a touch thicker too. That's intentional. M390 is a harder, more wear-resistant steel than 14C28N. With higher hardness and higher carbide content, it can be less forgiving if taken too thin. So you can start to see microchipping in the edge geometry if it gets too aggressive with M390. So manufacturers will often leave a premium steel like the M390 a bit thicker to balance durability and strength. With 14C28N, you can comfortably go thinner because it's tougher and more forgiving. So the thickness difference, it's not cosmetic. It's about optimizing each steel for long-term performance. So which one makes sense for you? Well, if you are happy with that 14C28N and you're okay with a steel that you might have to sharpen a little bit more often, but you're going to have a really slicey knife with that, excellent choice, going to fit right in your pocket. It's going to be lightweight, great option. If you want that premium steel and you do like that titanium and you just like something that feels a little bit heavier in hand, has a little bit more of a full grip in your hand, although the G057 absolutely does as well. But if you want that to have a little bit more of your feel in your hand, then I'd go with the titanium Mini Mastiff version instead. But here's the real story. No matter which version you choose, this design just works. It's going to have the same blade shape. It's going to have the same easy ergonomics that are going to just open quickly. You have all the different options to open it. They both work really, really well. Lockup is great in both versions. You're going to be happy with either one. And that's because it was designed right. Drop a comment below and let me know. Are you going to take the premium version and go with that M390 steel? Or would you prefer to go with the more budget-friendly version with the 14C28N? Thanks, guys, for watching. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, do that on your way out and catch me on the next one.